Hello, I'm Jeff, and welcome to Sidelick Town. Today in Sidelick Town, we'll see what happens at the factory with Ray, and we'll visit someplace in Sidelick World. But first, Jeff is going somewhere new. Jeff is one of the hardest working Sidelicks in the world. He has worked in many places in and out of Sidelick Town. But there's always somewhere new to go, and today, Jeff was going to see one of those. Jeff, have you heard of Little Lick City? Asked Corey. No, why? Replied Jeff. We're going to borrow their car for a while, responded Corey. You finished all of your jobs today, right? Jeff agreed to go to Little Lick City and fetch the car. But when Jeff arrived, he was too surprised to speak. Oh my, he shouted. This city is a smaller version of Sidelick Town. The buildings are smaller. The carts are smaller. The licks are smaller. He saw Ray and Billy working with some of the smaller licks. He also saw a small orange car. It had a friendly-looking face, so he spoke to it. I'm here to take you to Sidelick Town, he stammered. Right on time, Chief, said the car. I'm Ernie. Hi, Jeff, called Billy. Welcome to Little Lick City. That's the only time you'll hear that here. Not many licks here are nice. Why not? Questioned Jeff. One reason could be that they work in the factory all the time, replied Billy. But it turns out that these small licks are actually the opposites of the ones in our town. Little Billy is a mathematician. Little Ray and Tommy are modest and kind. And Mike is a peacemaker. Everyone else is a cranky old factory worker, concluded Billy. Thanks for the advice, Billy, said Jeff. I just hope I can get out of here without any fights. Jeff picked up Ernie and placed him in the car. He was just leaving as Little Jeff blocked him. Hey, Little Jeff snapped. I need a ride to the factory. I have to use him. Well, I need to take him to Sidelick Town. The mayor told me so, replied Jeff. Great, shouted Little Jeff, as if you guys weren't satisfied with your size. Just go away. We've got 5 goody 4-wheel carts in the back if you want those too, he teased. Jeff had heard quite enough and was looking for Billy. But instead, he met Little Tommy. He remembered that this lick would be the opposite of Tommy. Little Tommy, he began, if you're as smart and nice as I think, can you please tell me how I can make the licks here be nice? I'm afraid you can't, replied Little Tommy. We're different. You're big, they're small. You're nice, they're not, he added. It's just how they are. Great, groaned Jeff, so I just let them insult and bully me. I myself ignore the attitudes of the others, responded Little Tommy. They're the only ones that can change themselves, but the same can be said for you. Just be the nice and mature one, he advised. They might still tease you, but at least you'll feel better about it. Jeff smiled. Thanks for the advice, Little Tommy. Now I must go. Corey will be waiting for Ernie. It must be great having a caring mayor and community, said Little Tommy. Take care. Jeff rolled peacefully out of town with the small car in his cart. He just smiled as Little Timmy, Nick, Corey, Mac, and Gary jeered him. Oh snap, snapped Corey. That weird Tommy must be giving advice again. When Jeff arrived, he gave a friendly wave to every Sidelick he met. He had never been happier to be in Sidelick Town. Everywhere in Sidelick World is special. Jeff, Ray, Billy, and all their friends travel far and wide, and they want to show you around. Where's this? That's right, it's the Grease Galley. The Grease Galley is the only restaurant in Sidelick Town. Friendly Mac runs it and makes sure the licks enjoy themselves. Once, there was a strong hurricane. Mac invited everyone inside the Grease Galley to keep dry. They talked for a while until they remembered that Billy was still outside. Tommy bravely went out to save him. Everyone cheered. Another day, Mike used the Grease Galley to hide. He made himself look like Mac. But the next day, Jeff and the others didn't feel that he was Mac, and soon caught him. As you can see, lots of memories are kept here. Next time, we'll remember things somewhere else. Every day is a busy day for the Little Licks. They have twice as much work. They'll push and pull carts to the city and create items at the factory. Early one morning, Jeff was at the factory. He liked it there. It was busy, but he met a lot of his friends there. But today, Jeff was shunting carts, and they were all in cahoots. They made it very hard for Jeff to work. Then Ray arrived. "Good work, Jeff," teased Ray. "Keep the carts in order for me. I have other tasks to do today." "What are you saying?" interrogated Timmy. "Are you saying you're too lazy to work or too weak to work?" "I just don't like working much," confessed Ray. "I knew it," mocked Little Timmy. "Why don't you go home?" he suggested. "You're no use here at this bustling building." "I am good enough to work," argued Ray. "Much better than you." "Really?" asked Little Timmy. "Well, I have something to deliver this afternoon. If you're up to it, then you can take it from the machinery room for me. It has a green tarp, so you won't know if you can handle it until you try." "You're on," challenged Ray. Ray went away to get started. Little Timmy just snickered. "Bah!" he chuckled. "It works every time." Ray managed to get his work done by noon, so he headed to the machine room to fetch Little Timmy's load. When he arrived, he saw Billy with the little cousins. "Hello, Ray," smiled Billy. "Can I help?" "No, thank you," huffed Ray. "I'm proving to Little Timmy that I can do a decent day's work." "Good for you," encouraged little Oscar. "You're certainly better than I am." "Yeah, good luck with that," snorted Nick. Ray passed the large robots until he saw a cart with a green tarp. "Prepare to be wrong, Little Timmy." But it turned out the contents were too light. He pushed it hard, thinking it would be heavy, and he wound up knocking it onto the conveyor belt. The mysterious box was carried through, and it wasn't until after it came out that Ray found out what it was. "Oh no," groaned Ray. "It was taffy. Now the machine's jammed." Ray sulked in the corner. Jeff and Little Timmy had seen everything from a distance. "Serves that cocky cool guy right." "I don't think that's fair," interrupted Jeff. "You should have at least told him what he was delivering. In other words, it's not all his fault." Little Timmy reluctantly admitted that he had caused trouble. "So, what do we do now?" he asked. "Now, we help Ray and fix this problem," cheered Jeff. Little Timmy went over to Ray. Ray was angry with him. Ray," Timmy began. "I know I should have helped out a bit more, and I know I shouldn't have even made this deal. But now, I'm willing to help." Ray knew that Little Timmy was sorry, and he knew he needed his help. So, they got back to work. For the next few minutes, the two licks worked well together until the jam was fixed, and they had new taffy. Then, Little Timmy agreed to go ahead with his delivery of taffy. Ray was proud of him, and himself. Later that evening, on Ray's way home, he waved goodbye to Little Timmy. Little Timmy, being as gruff as he is, didn't do much in return. "Oh well," sighed Ray. And he traveled cheerfully back home.